Hello, so this is video is Black Lives Illusion Teenage Motherhood, Single Parent Families, and the Poverty Trap. So it's another one of the documentaries that I've been watching, so I hope you enjoy.
Growing up, it was hard, but you know, you gotta make the best of how you come up in life. So, I mean, I didn't graduate, and I should have. My mother was a crackhead. She used to do crack when I was a little kid, or when she had me or whatever. She don't do it no more. My dad, he was like a thief. So, you know, I got like what I needed when I was a baby, but I had a bad childhood. From first grade, I was a cool kid. I mean, I really wasn't. First grade through middle of third grade, that's when I left my childhood, which was bad, and lived with somebody else that was a family, my mom's friend. And from like third grade, ever since I left the house that I didn't like, and I went to another person, that's when I started doing bad stuff, you know, just being sneaky. And I dropped out in like, I don't even remember, probably like 10th grade. So my mom said, you don't have to go to school if you don't want to. So I said, I'm done. I'm not never going back to school. And I never want to go back to school. I guess it's in my blood. So, I mean, I was always, I don't know, I was just that bad kid. So, and I always wanted to be better. So that's why, I mean, my mind's made up. I want to do this for the rest of my life. So, you know, I mean, that's what I do.
I treat elderly people. Most of them have like dementia or Parkinson's disease or some kind of sickness where they can't help with themselves, so I have to help them with bathing and clothing and feeding and things like that. And a lot of the people I've never met before. So it gets kind of scary going to new houses and things like that, but I guess you get kind of used to it after a while. I got out that field for a while, and I was like, let me try retail and see how that does. And then with retail, I just felt like I was another employee, like I didn't make a difference in anyone's life, so that's when I decided to get my nursing degree. I've been doing this for 4 years now. I have a nursing degree, well, certification. I can work at nursing homes and people's homes. I love helping people. Like, that's my biggest thing. I don't know, growing up, I've always had people reach out to help me a lot, so I'm like, why not give out? Like, I'm such a caring person. Miss Seeley, you okay? How was your day? It was fine.
Yeah.
You didn't see me on Friday. Was everything okay?
I didn't see you.
No, I wasn't here with you on Friday. They called and told me not to come in.
Oh,
You're not too hot?
yeah.
Nah, okay. Are you hungry?
Yes, I am.
All right, you want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put this on you, and if you get too hot, you can pull it back down, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna get you something to eat.
Okay.
Helping people to me means that just with anything they need, like if it's just grocery shopping or reminding them to take their medicine or saying, hey, did you eat today? Let me fix you something to eat. Just anything, whatever they need from me, I'm willing to help because I've always struggled in life and I've always wanted someone to help me like that and I didn't always have it. So for me to be able to give back to people that did, it makes a difference in me. It makes me feel warm inside. Miss Seeley, here's your sandwich, baby. Can you sit up enough to eat?
Yeah.
All right.
What am I gonna eat?
It's your peanut butter sandwich. You remember me telling you I was gonna make you one?
Yeah.
Okay. Look, your water's right here if you need it. And I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
I dropped out in probably 10th grade, so I barely want to have a job, but, you know, I got a kid and everything, you know, I'm trying to do what I got to do to take care of my kid and do everything I got to do to take care of myself. That's number one, so, you know what I mean? It's hard out here, you know what I mean? People die every day. People I grew up with, they're either dead or in jail.
24, 25, clear. 27-hour battery suspect is at 318 East 3rd Street.
Somebody I used to be with, he shot a cop and got 30 to 60 years. He's my age, so I mean that's what happens though. Like when you just gotta be smart when you're growing up, so you don't be in jail forever or having to kill somebody. Six years on foot, I can do that. I can maintain because I'm not going to be asking people for money. I'm going to go get my money. You know what I mean? So I hustle and everything, but I do it mostly for, you know what I mean, like to take care of anything I can think of, especially with my kid. She grow up to be whoever, but I think it's better to, you know what I mean, be smart out here when you have a kid, you know what I mean? But I protect my daughter, you know what I mean? She's smart as f. She's just like me.
Malcolm's got to stay home because he's sick, so he's gonna stay with John and Christina. The bus usually gets here at like 7:20-ish. Sometimes she's late though. You gotta go to daycare today though, okay? And Mommy will pick you up from there, because I have to work. It's cold. Start up for me again. No, come on. Yes.
There's always been single mothers in African-American communities ever since slavery, ever since they took the men out of the families to create what's happening now. This is just a continuation of what started when they first brought us here. And families that were led by African-American females flourished. I think it's more of an issue of these teenagers having kids, and you can't expect a 14 or 15-year-old, first of all, they're not old enough for him to be a father, and he's a child. No one talks about that. They skip all the way up until they talk to the child after they've done something, and they blame it on not having a father. Well, your father was a kid. He wasn't a man. And you couldn't move into the house with your mom who was the same age, 15, 16. I mean, they can't even drive yet, vote, go to a club, but they want them to be parents. It doesn't make sense. lot of young women do the 18-month education programs. A lot you'll find are nurses in the nursing field, whether they're nurses' aides all the way up to nurses. But they make it, the women go straight into survival mode. Because if you figure, if you're 14 or 15 and you had a child, there was something in your household that led you to even want a child. A lot of them say, I wanted someone to love me.
How did I meet my baby mother? Okay, well, when I was about like 17 years old, I was on the internet. I met some girl. I started talking on the internet or whatever, and I got with this girl. It was supposed to be this light-skinned, cute girl, but by the time I got there, it wasn't the girl I expected. I had the wrong person in my mind. So it was somebody I would never, ever have a baby with. My kid's 5 now, so you know what I mean? I love the kid, but the baby mom I really don't care about. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, you know what I mean? She grow up to be whoever, but I'm overprotective of her. I'm gonna be close to her at all times. I'm always gonna be down here. You know what I mean? So I'm always close to her. I know where she's at, so. I take care of my child, yes, I do. In a way that I feel like she has nothing to worry about. Like, I'm the only one that she can trust because I'm her own father. If she ever needs something, she could always depend on me. As time is going on, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm strong enough to be like, whatever she need, I got. Like nowadays, like I can say that now.
I'm gonna rinse this out for you, okay? And then I'll bring it back to you. But I just wanna make sure it's clean, that way you don't have no germs around it, okay? Okay. It's always safe than sorry. Ooh. My day's pretty laid back due to me being pregnant. I don't have much lifting and things like that. But if I wasn't pregnant, then I would have to do a lot of lifting and cleaning and things like that. I'm going to see you tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
All right. Here, put this up for you. Here, pick your sandwich up so I can take this back in the living room. All right, I'll see you later, okay?
Okay.
All right. Love ya. If this one is a boy, his name is gonna be Jeremiah, and if it's a girl, it's gonna be Kiari. I'm hoping for a boy, though, because I can't deal with another girl's attitude. The state helps me with health insurance. I get health insurance from the state. I get food stamps from the state. And right now, I get daycare from them also. Like, they help pay with all that. They come in a big help in a way. But as soon as I start making a certain amount of money, I lose all that. So it's kind of like a win-lose situation. They help you up until they feel like, oh, you make enough money to pay for this, and then they stop helping you. But right now, they are helping me. All right, you ready? Yeah. All right. All right, let's go, baby. Put your hood on. I got something for you.
What is it?
Look.
Oh, yes, I was looking for this.
You weren't looking for it. You didn't even have it. Get in and put your seatbelt on. What you got? It is a My Little Pony. Are you hungry?
Yes.
Yes.
This is what I want to do. I want to sell drugs because, you know, that's better for how I came up in life. You know what I mean? I'm still 100% going to be out here. Nobody can stop me. I look at myself as I'm like a boss in a kind of way because I can get anything drug-wise. I'm telling you, this is what I used to do. I do this, like, you know what I mean? I'll die for this shit. I go to jail a lot. I've been to jail like 10 times, so you know what I mean? Selling drugs, getting caught with drugs. Well, I would say I wanted the money or whatever, and you know, it's been a struggle trying to get the money and trying to be like, maintain myself and make sure I got enough money to have in my pocket every single day. So I mess with legit people to be how I am, like to be in my predicament. I only have to mess with legit boss people in order to, you know what I mean, people to understand me because, you know what I mean, I ain't gonna short you, I'm not like that. But I'm trying to improve on, like, how much of a boss I can be.
July the 14th, my son got killed in the street. Since then, he have a son, each named Marjade, 4 months pregnant at the time when he had got murdered. So he have a son now that's 13 years old. I never thought that would have happened to him. So we had a lot of family members that's died of homicide. My son, our nephews, and my 2 cousins. Somebody shot them. Each one of them got shot in the head. My son got shot in the head. 3 of my nephews got shot in the head. My cousin, he got shot up in the chest part. So, yeah, but all of it happened on Baltimore City streets. So overall, there were 6 family members murdered. None of the cases have been solved yet. When is it gonna stop? Our family is really hurting. 9 children was left behind. It's 9 children without a father. Breaking up the families. Families is grieving, hurting, not knowing what to do. And we just tired of it. I would say 60% of the murders is unsolved. Somebody probably got shot. So that's a bad area over there.
24 Mary Queen 36, 24 Mary Queen 32, are you clear?
2029, north on a traffic stop on a body, 20th Street on 14, X-ray Young, 228.
134, be advised, Mary Queen 27 is code 6 with the suspect and the victim. Just west.
21.
Keep going about what happened. Unfortunately, I can't. No?
329, clear. Clear. W71, FD is with the...
Sitting here talking, we heard gunshots. All we know that the person from up the street and came down here and said that they were shot. That's all we know.
With the victim, he is now disconnected.
Roger, we're going to go until 2014, you direct 13PL57 to respond to...
Because that's make us mothers feel like we have to solve the case, and that's not right.
My childhood was pretty difficult. My mom, she was the only one in my life. She worked all the time, so I didn't really get to see her. So I was either bouncing from family house or friend's house and things like that. She kept a roof over her head, but it was just, I never got to spend time with her. She was always working, working, working. And me and my husband, we're going through a separation right now. I'm gonna just say he made some bad choices in life when it came to, he lied to me about some things. So a lot of women have trust issues. I know I do. Trust issues is a big thing for me. It's hard to open up to them and trust them, but a lot of females, they feel like with me, I feel like a man is supposed to uphold the household. They're supposed to pay all the bills, make sure we're good. So if we want to be a stay-at-home mom, we can. A lot of men out here aren't like that anymore. Like, I blame it on their moms. They weren't raised the same. Like, they weren't raised to be good men, so. A lot of females, they just, hate to say, they just have babies with anybody. It doesn't go right, and they end up being single parents. A lot of men that I know, they got into trouble at a young age, and it kind of follows them as they get older. So people will look at them and be like, oh, he's a troublemaker or he's a crime maker or he sells drugs, and they don't want to give them the normal 9 to 5, so they have to resort to doing other things. And sometimes you got to make ends meet no matter how you do it, even if it's just a hustle or whatever you got to do. People make ends meet. My kids actually, they have the same dad. His name is Malcolm, and the one that I'm pregnant by is also their father, also Malcolm. Even though that I'm pregnant with this child, it is a joy. I take it as a blessing, because I know no matter what, God's not gonna put more on me than what I can handle. So I know no matter what I go through, my bad, that I'm gonna come out on the top in the end, because I'm determined to. I'm gonna be strong no matter what. I have 2 kids already looking up to me, and I want them to know that no matter how hard life gets, you will always make it out on top if you try. You can't give up, because if you give up, then people's gonna give up on you.
I wasn't raised by my birth parents, but I was raised by my grandparents, and they were true grandparents. They weren't 30 when I was born. The cycle is a 15-year-old has a baby, then that baby has a baby at 15 or 16. That's the cycle. If you're 14 or 15 and now you're on welfare, because now you're in a cycle, and you think people owe you something, because you grew up in a house where no one went to work, but they got a check every 2 weeks. That's the problem. There's no accountability, and people don't think there's anything wrong with it. In communities where it's still considered taboo, it doesn't happen. I think the main challenges for women, not having resources to get them through hard circumstances from the beginning of their childhood. Our young women are trying to be grown women 20 years before their time. And maturationally, it's just not going to work, or socially or economically, because 14-year-olds can't make a salary of an adult. I think the racism that African-American women face is more systematic, and I would even venture to say we experience more sexism than racism, more so than African-American males.
Come on, Malcolm. Yeah, she's coming out. She's gonna come out. We're not gonna leave her. Come on, let's go to the car. We actually lost our place in October. My car ended up breaking down, and I wasn't able to get to work on time, so they let me go. And then that's how we ended up in the shelter. Because again, if you can't get to work and pay your bills, you're not gonna have a home, so. You're only supposed to be at the shelter for 3 months. I am in my 3-month span. With my paycheck that I bring home, I have literally enough to pay my car insurance and put gas in my car. I'm not even gonna lie. That's why it's so hard for me to get out the shelter, because I'm like, I barely got money to pay my car payment. How am I gonna pay rent? But I don't know. And that's kind of the situation I'm in now. I lost everything, so I'm kind of rebuilding. Thank God that we have income tax, and that was able to help me get a little bit of my stuff back, but that doesn't last forever, so I'm hoping that I don't lose my job. My main dream is to get my own place, to own a house. That's my main dream, is to own a house and not have to go back in the shelter. I'm not even gonna lie, never to have, I'm not gonna say never, but not to have to go in a shelter anytime soon. I'm hoping to be able to stay in a home, have them be able to at least turn 18 and be on their own and be like, okay, mommy was strong. Mommy was able to fight through no matter what. That's my dreams. It is hard, I'm not even gonna lie. If it's by the grace of God, it's by Him that I'm still floating. I cry a lot thinking, oh my God, how I'm gonna do this with another child, but I'm hoping that I never have to result into selling things, but if it happens, hey, it happens.
Are we going over there?
Yeah, we're going home. All right, unfortunately, I can't let you guys follow me the rest of the way because the shelter doesn't allow you guys to be there. So, yeah, it was nice meeting you. Bye.
Bye.